Ruthless truth, yeah, ruthless truth. Get down, it could go bad for you. Hit like, comment, subscribe, you know what to do. Be cool, city lights shining so bright. Fine dining lights feels right. Flights to places far from sight. Get right. Ruthless truth, yeah, ruthless truth. Get down, it could go bad for you. In the city where we move, stay cool. Underneath the neon glow, life is fast but take it slow. Every moment like a show. Let's go. Dancing through the night, we got energy flows we can't hide. Feel the love we outside. Moments fleeting but we shine. In this rhythm we align. Time flies. Moments fleeting but we shine. In this rhythm we align. Time flies. Ruthless fleeting but we shine. In this rhythm we align. Time flies. Ruthless truth, yeah, ruthless truth. Get down, it good bad for you. In the city where we move, stay cool. Stay cool.
Hey, nobody bigger than the program.
What's up, YouTube? So another interesting topic here. So in this spaces, there's been a lot of chatter about, women versus men cheating, right? And they were saying that a man, he can have multiple women and like nothing, right? He can have sex with women and nothing. But a woman, if she has sex with multiple people, each one of that person takes a part of her, right? Or is some sort connected. There's been a long-standing debate. And I don't know about that, right? I think women can have multiple partners and not have a connect to all of them. And all of them not have a part of her. I mean, we got prostitutes. So I'm sure the prostitutes ain't everybody that's having sex with them is she's thinking about them, every last customer. Oh, I wish I miss him. Oh, no. I think once the transaction happens, does what it does, she gets the money and she goes. And like nothing happened. Now, can she fall for someone in that thing? Yes, but I think women can have sex with many men and not love none of them and not want none of them again. I think she can just open her legs, and especially if she's drunk, right? So I don't know if I think it's the same, right? I think men and women both can have, multiple partners and not have any connection with those partners. So I think it's the same. The judgment is just different for women, though. That is different, and that will be different. The way men look at women with multiple partners is definitely, she's a hoe, right? You're a hoe, and that judgment makes the difference between men. Men, we have multiple women. It's valuable. Everybody looks at us as we're more desired by other women and more respected by other men. When women have sex with multiple people, she loses value. She becomes less respected by men and also less respected by women, right? So, yeah, the judgment, coming from parties are different. But I do believe that a woman can have more than one partner and not be connected to those people. I don't think she's bonded with everybody she has sex with. So we'll see. We're gonna look at this video, and the lady, she kind of makes a couple points that I really don't know. Let's get back.
You know, we're all adults. We're all capable of having sexual intercourse with someone and not attaching to them.
Oh yeah.
Caressa, what you saying is behavior.
Pretty much enjoying herself. If she's being safe, if she's not dealing with nobody's husband, why would that be a problem?
What does safe have to do with anything? You think you're supposed to take more because they have contraceptives? You think that that's what that means?
Welcome back. I'm sure we got ourselves another video. Well, we got ourselves the DJ Hamp video again. Yeah! He's about to talk to some lady named Carissa. I think that's her name, Carissa. All y'all need to know is the stuff she gonna be saying is pretty wild. And just to let y'all know, that right there is tea. I told y'all don't drink. It's just tea in a glass container. And that's water. Water that I will not show the label of until they pay me. And I want my money. But in this video, the lady named Carissa, I think that's her name. That lady is going to try. She's going to just sit on this internet, on Steve Jobs' internet, or is it Bill Gates? No, Steve Jobs is the Apple guy. Now I'm embarrassed. She's going to sit on white guy with the jeans internet. And
Taking that girl out they dorm like she in witness protection.
Oh, I remember the walk of shame back in the day. I mean, I used to hear about it back in the day.
You remember and you used to hear about it. It's crazy.
I used to hear about it, yeah. Used to hear about it.
Yeah, the remember part is crazy. Like, share, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend. Hit that like button right now if you can. That helps the channel the most. Marcus with the says, come on, lady, die. Marcus with the $5 says, oh, and ladies, please try to be good on mine and Miss Jill's birthday tonight. Please, y'all be good, man. Salute to y'all, man. I love y'all. Salute to Marcus and Miss Jill.
Happy birthday.
So, can you be friends with someone you had sex with?
I'm going to just answer the question. You can't. You can't. The emotions, all the stuff that's going to happen. If you think you can, you're lying to yourself.
Well, I see that differently. I don't know. It depends. If it's just a one night, if it's just a one day thing, it happened by like y'all were drinking and things happen. And then after that, y'all cut it off. She's like, nope, nope, nope. Yeah, they can still be friends. Yeah. It's not impossible to have a woman to have sex with a man and then she could friend zone him. Like, that was just a one-time thing. It's never going to happen again. It's over, but we're still cool. I can see that. I can see that.
And that's why they say friends and friends with benefits, because your friends with benefits, you benefited from that transaction, because that's what it is. You benefited from that transaction, and that doesn't leave you, especially as women. That doesn't leave us. They have to enter our bodies. That's not taken lightly. And you.
No, the only disagreement I have off the back is I see married women fall out of love with their husbands. Right? I see women fall out of love with their boyfriends and never go back to their gift and move on, like never want them back. I've seen that. So I don't know if a woman can fall out of love or not. I even see women hate the man that they love, or that they said they love, right? I hate you after so much time, they end up going their separate ways. So if women can divorce or leave a man at a drop of, if she feels differently, then he's dead to her. So I think the argument will be, if there is no emotional attachment, if there's no equity in that emotional availability. So let's say she's a guy who's just been having sex. She's been having sex with a guy she's been friends with benefits, and it's just because she used to scratch her itch, right? Her itch scratched, but she does not develop any emotional connection to that guy. It's just like he's just like a mannequin having sex with her, right? It's like a dildo. He's just a human dildo. So I believe women, if they're not emotionally attached to you, you're dead to them. So, I do believe that just because they're free with benefits and he's entering in them, doesn't mean she's going to be emotionally or psychologically tied to this guy for the rest of her life. Because when she finds a guy she really, really has the emotional connection with, that's going to be the one that counts. That's going to be the one that matters more than any other guys. So, yes, women can have a friend with benefits, and if she gets emotional connection, then there's a difference. There's a difference. But if she doesn't, she's just like having sex with a mannequin. It's just like having sex with like a doll.
You can't just throw that away or pretend it didn't happen and say, let's just be friends. Because the reality is you have a connection with that person for the rest of your life, regardless if you want to or not.
That's true.
But you can't completely ignore it because it's going to always be.
But once again, I disagree because prostitutes exist. I'm sure they're not having connections with every guy they lay down with. Connection is not a common thing. A connection is not a common thing amongst men and women. It's not. But men and women can still want to have sex without a connection. Like, it just she gets be horny and just want to give you some, but she doesn't think of you her life partner, or she doesn't think about you when you leave. Oh, I miss him. That's connecting, right? That's a connection when out of sight, out of mind, right? So when you're out of sight, you're in her mind, and you're in her body, then that's a connection. But if you're out of sight and out of her mind, then there's no connection. So you just can't assume because two people have sex, oh, there's a connection there. No, she just might be horny, and it's a situation. She might throw you some and be done with that. It could be, and that's it. So, yeah, I don't think it's a guarantee that if a guy has sex with her, that they're connected for life.
Either.
And last point, you can meet somebody and not have sex with them and never forget about them for the rest of your life, right? You're connected. You can have a friendship connection without no sex, and they're part of your life forever. So I don't think sex is the determining factor of a lifelong connection. I don't think so.
Well, yeah, the chemistry always gonna be there. So,
who asked that silly question? I'm just asking.
Hamp.
Now, another thing is, let's just say you guys have been friends for a couple of years and your sex was trash. See what I'm saying? You're out of there. So I don't, yeah.
You did. You was trying to be funny with that, right?
No, I'm dead ass.
no, he was dead ass serious.
My goodness. The answer is hell no.
I mean, that's what we ran into. Caressa said absolutely.
Oh.
I feel as though you can. I really do feel as though you can. There's just, I don't know. I feel like the same way men can have sex with a woman and not feel a connection, women, we can do the same thing too. So it's not every guy we sleep with, we're going to be attached to them.
That sounds like you slept with a lot of people. That sounds like you miss out. If you're not broken, that means.
So when it does happen, that's something that's like I don't know how to like describe it, but it's not something that it just happens and it's like you're going to the bathroom. You just take a pee and you be like, okay.
But for a prostitute, it is like that. So what are you talking about? See, and this is the problem we have in these YouTube spaces, right? Everybody projects the way they see things with everybody else. Now, maybe this girl, Fatima's, maybe that's how she looks at it. Like some women might hold sex as a endearment, right? But doesn't mean every guy you have sex with is going to be or get that endearment, right? Doesn't guarantee. Because once again, what if the sex is no good? Unless you're near there for ulterior motives other than sex, like money, status, or whatever that may be. But if it's just a casual hookup, a woman ain't, just because she have a casual hookup with you don't mean she's in love with him or that she felt a spiritual connection with him or that they're connected for life. That doesn't mean that. Right? And that's the reality. Women, prostitutes exist. Hoes exist. They can have sex with 100 dudes and don't be connected to all the dudes. They can not even give a fuck about none of the dudes. So I do agree with Carissa. Women can have sex with a man and not be attached to them. Like, what are we talking about? I mean, like, we have prostitution. We have women who says, we've grown apart in marriages. Oh, we've grown apart. I no longer, right? So, yeah, they could be with a man for 10 years, have kids with the man, and spend 10 years with the man and say, I don't love him. I don't want to be with him no more. And they're not connected to him for life, other than the kids. This is what they call falling out of love or growing apart. So if a woman can grow apart from her husband, right, of whatever, so many days, months, years, she definitely can have sex with a stranger or a friend and not be connected to him. That's, women are savage. They can do that, man.
It's done with and over with. It's out of my body.
Cause
no,
yo, Becca, a friend, right?
Mm-hmm.
You got a dude that you friends with, but you smash. What happens when you get in your next relationship?
He's gonna come. He's gonna be with you.
Can he come to the cookout, Caressa? They say your man say, who want a hot dog? You say, I love hot dogs. This nigga say,
good Lord. I would say it depends on the friend and how.
That's dirty as hell what you just said. You saying it depends, you funky bitch. That's dirty what you just said. You're telling me you would invite a person to a place with the guy.
But if it's somebody that I dealt with for some time and we built a bond or a connection, like, nah, he wouldn't be invited.
Yeah, it's just a conflict of interest. Like, it's, I don't know. Somebody waiting.
So you saying if it's not deep, he was deep in you though. It's the same thing. It's deep enough.
Wow.
I feel like for me, I mean, I look at it differently in the sense of, like I said, people, like, you know, we're all adults. We're all capable of having sexual intercourse with someone and not attaching to them. I think, in my opinion, I think that's a misconception. I feel as though not everyone that I have sex with, I attach to. Men can wake up the next day like nothing happened. I feel as though I could wake up the same day like nothing happened too.
Well, that's a problem. You actually have you actually are.
See, and this is what us men have a problem with, man. We want to thank for women. When they open up to us and tell us their thoughts, we say, no, you that's not the right way to think. We men try to guide their thinking. Instead of just listen to them. Listen to her. If she's telling you, okay, better now. Other women may disagree, but us men, we need to take notes. We need to take notes on this. Instead of us taking them, they're like women say they don't want love anymore. They want their bills paid. Niggas say, oh, what's up, Ivy Bodie? Oh, make sure you You follow me on Twitch too, Abby Bodie. But yeah, it's interesting, right? It's interesting to know that we don't like to listen to women, but yet men say they want women, but they want women to listen to them. I listen to women. I think women, when they speak in their truth, I believe them. If they tell me I can have sex with 4 guys and wake up like nothing's happened, I believe them. Because I've seen women destroy a whole family that they've been with a guy for 10 years plus. I truly believe that women are enslaved to the feelings and their emotions and how they feel. But I also believe that women can have sex without emotions. I think women can detach their emotions from sex via prostitution. Via, I don't understand what we're saying, right? Hoes, 304s. So I'm sure they're not connected and in love with every fucking guy that they have sex with. I'm 100% sure. Now, the question is, if you have a friend and then y'all have a sexual encounter during your friendship, can you still be friends after? Of course, right? Because y'all gonna have that conversation. Well, hey, look, that happened. That's not normal. That's not gonna happen again. I'm sorry, it happened. I've seen scenarios like that happen, and they still be cool. But he's not ever going to have access to her again. Now, is he invited to the cookout? I don't know. That her fiance. I don't know. I haven't really seen that. Because typically, men, if they're friends with a woman and they had sexual encounter with her, and she says she no longer wants to give him access, they typically fall off, right? They go on another route. Because once again, men, we typically, when we're friends with women, most likely want to have sex with them. And if it happens and then she says no more, we're not going to be friends with her no more. But she said we can still be friends, but we just ain't going to have sex no more.
Broken. It's not an absolute, but my dear, I'm going to bet my life on it based off what you just said. You are a broken woman. That's why I just things. The lady who disassociate her
for one person than you would with another person.
But what if you with your man?
You just saying anything, kind of.
No, honestly, I do.
She not,
It's
because
all based on the connection and the experience that you have with that person. So you may move differently for one person than you would with another person.
But what if you with your man? I'm sorry, I'm off camera. Y'all already know I'm with the baby. But what if you're with your man? You have sex with your man, but then he didn't do something that you like that the other man did. But because you're still friends with this other man, you're fiending for that, whatever the hell he was doing with you. It's right. It's certain things that it's just a connection you're gonna have with him. So it's kind of like, why would you play with fire?
That doesn't matter. She can go get it. Women cheat with dudes that ain't their friends all the time. A woman can go and meet a stranger and make that at work and make her work husband. Or she can meet a guy, talk to him for a little bit and have sex with him while she's married. That doesn't mean she doesn't love her husband, though. That doesn't mean that. Now, the husband would probably disagree, you know what I'm saying? But she can still love her husband more than the guy she just had sex with. See, sex, I think, and this is just my opinion, I think people hold sexual interaction a little too high than what it really is, right? They really hold. Now, I understand for husband and wife, boyfriend and girlfriend, because I guess when you get together, or I say connect together, I guess part of the boundaries that are set in place are, hey, I'm possessing you, you possessing me type of thing, right? And what we're sharing with each other, the sexual part, is supposed to be, the icing on the cake, the optimal of our love, whatever. It's the most pleasurable part of each other to share because of our experience together. I understand that. But that doesn't mean 3 years down the line that the man won't have sex with another woman. Or that doesn't mean 3 years or 2 years down the line the woman won't have sex with another man. People cheat on each other all the time. It's just the way. I think that's the illusion. That's the illusion of it, right? We think that when two people share sex, it is that the sex is the highest form of loyalty or highest form of connection possible. But what you got to understand is if those emotions and the feelings leave you, then that the sex is like a doll, right? You like having sex with a mannequin. So a woman, if she's not emotionally connected to you, the same thing with the man. If we're having sex with a woman that we're not emotionally connected to, it's just a sexual encounter. Sexual encounters happen all the time. But it doesn't mean I don't love the person that I'm having sex with first. I just might want an extra piece, or I might be tempted and something just happened. But it doesn't mean I'm finna leave my woman for this woman. Doesn't mean I'm finna leave my wife for this woman. That's not what it means. Sex is, I think people they place such a height on sexual exclusivity that they don't think or find it unfathomable that a person can have sex with another person and still love them. And because we as humans place such a, high price on exclusivity, when it happens, it kind of go crazy, right? We kind of get mad, get angry. How dare you fuck another dude? How dare you fuck another woman on me? And then we have this back and forth, right? But you have to look at it from a perspective of, can people have sex with another person and still love the person that they're with? Of course. Of course. Can you forgive your partner for going on to have sex with another person? Yes, you can. And your partner can be like, man, that wasn't shit. It's possible.
Yeah, I don't know. I've never had that happen where I've moved on in a relationship and I still desired another man. So I don't know. Not to say it's not possible, but I've never experienced that.
So you said she not bugging? Go ahead.
Oh no, I was just talking on the point where she could possibly move on from having an intercourse with this person, nothing happened. I mean, it can happen, but
lots of things can happen. That didn't mean nothing. Anything can happen. Is it probable? Is it likely? Is it likely that a lady was sleep?
It's the reason why they doing it. It's one is either waiting for the other, or one is manipulating the other. That's how I feel. I just don't think it's just for the friendship.
So why are you even giving it credence if you know there's some foul play at play?
I mean, I was just giving one little thing that she said. I mean,
come on, bro.
I didn't want her to think she was crazy on that one thing. But for the overall aspect, oh no, for sure it's some foul play.
And Marissa, I have a quick question for you.
Go ahead.
Do you believe that if men could have sex with as many women as they want to, that women could do the same thing?
I think with women, whatever we decide to do with our bodies is left up to us.
She's a feminist. Okay, that's why. She is broken. This is a broken lady. And as soon as she said it, I was like, women can do whatever they want with their body.
I know certain women who they enjoy sex, and sex is a pleasurable thing for them, the same way it is for men. I also do believe a lot of women, we're not honest about, number one, our body counts. We're not honest about the fact that we do enjoy sex too. And I think with women, oftentimes for us, we make the talking point as like sex is like, it's like I'm waiting for my husband and I don't have a pass pretty much. And I think a lot of women, we try to make it seem like it's a bigger deal than what it is. So I'm not saying that most women are out here whoring, but what I am saying is, women are out here enjoying sex as much as men are too.
And that is a hell of a statement. Ruthless Truth approves that statement. But that is so true. But on the men's side, this is the greater illusion. We think that these women aren't doing that. What's up, ignorant? Hit the like button, nigga. Show a nigga some love, nigga. Show a nigga some love, ignorant. Hit the like button. But this is just the illusion of men, right? We think that there's these morality women walking around here, a few of them. Facts, ignorant. Us men, there's a lot of us men think that these women out here, there are a few of them who are not 304s, they got low body counts, that they don't have hoish thoughts. Or that they have a train hasn't been ran on them. How would you know? Right? Carissa is on point. She said women enjoy sex just as much as men. Duh, because if men is having sex, they got to be having sex with a woman. I don't understand now. Once again, the judgment is different, of course. I do agree. Women, if you're having sex with multiple guys, men view you as a hoe, right? But here is, I think, the problem men are facing. Because the women that they're picking, who low body count, 2-parent household, vetted her, courted her, they're still divorcing. They still are coming with baggage. They are still acting selfish and self-centered. They're just as, see, the problem in relationships is totally mental and psychological. It has nothing to do with the vagina. Nothing. The war in the household where men and women are arguing and fighting has nothing to do with sex. All this is a psychological warfare between two people. That's the problem. That's the problem in the relationship dynamic of men and women. We can't fucking get along. We have all these boundaries and rules, and we can't seem to be able to have a pleasurable, long-term experience with each other without the conflict. Everybody keeps talking about the hoes and all these prostitutes. They're not breaking up the marriages. The marriages are breaking up eternally conflict between man and woman inside of themselves. They're arguing every day. They don't get along. They can't seem to get the shit right, even after they get married. The women are complaining. The men are complaining. Hey, she doesn't that's sexy for me. She won't cook this for me. She won't do that for me. And the women are saying, I can do better. I'm not happy here. He works too much. He's this. All we're doing is a bunch of finger pointing at each other, right, within our relationship or our marriage. And then men want to get out here and say, I want wife a hoe. But you can't even get one. You can't even get along with the woman in your house. See, all we got to do is worry about what's in front of us. The woman I'm married to, the woman I'm in a relationship with, this should be my only concern. All these 304s out here doing their thing, that has none of my business. That has nothing to do with my marriage. Right? And that's where I think we as men, it is our illusion. We think us telling women, hey, you're a 304. You a hoe. That's going to solve the problem in large. And it's not. You can meet a woman, oh yeah, oh, you're right. Okay, let's role play. Let's role play. You meet a girl, right? And you say, hey, baby, look here, don't be no hoe. 304, oh, you're right, you're right. I shouldn't be sharing my body with all these men. You're right, boo. And then y'all get together and be together. Doesn't mean y'all going to work out in the end. You're still gambling because once again, the problem is within you too. It just always seemed to be conflict between couples, and this is something that's been a problem forever. So it doesn't matter her body count because she can lie to you about it. You ain't never going to tell the truth. She ain't going to never really tell you. And dudes are wiping up holes every day. Cardi B is the biggest hole. And Offset wiped her up. Because why? Because men, we sometimes like somebody regardless of their past. Sometimes we fall in love with women regardless of their past. So men and this conversation about how women should conduct themselves, we have to understand that doesn't mean shit. It's the woman you get, the woman you marry. That's the one you link up with. That's the one you need to focus on. Trying to make that shit work. Both parties. Because we can't seem to get this shit right. I always say this. It should be easy for two people who love each other to get along with each other. That should be the easiest task in a relationship, to get along with each other. Okay, we may disagree, but we don't. If we love each other so fucking much, we don't have to let it get out of hand. We ain't got to start yelling and cussing and this and that. But the problem is it's happening. Men and women in large are not getting along. And that's why the divorce rate is at 800,000 times a year. Lord knows the relationship breakup rate. It's probably a relationship. It's probably people breaking up with each other probably every 3 to 4 seconds. Every 3 to 4 seconds, couples will leave each other. I'm just guessing. Don't hold me to that. But I'm just thinking, if the marriages ain't working, the majority of them are ended in divorce. We know couples break up even more faster. So that's where I'm a little discombobulated why when Carissa's up here speaking in her truth that women enjoy sex like men, why can't we receive that and say, okay, you know what? This is true. Why we got to be like, and this is the illusion, once again, of men. They think that women ain't out here, not their woman, not the one they picked. She's not a hoe. She don't do things. She haven't done nothing. She's never do that on me. And then 5 years later, she fucked your best friend, or she went out and she got a work husband. Women are not perfect either. They have weaknesses too. They fall into temptation too. So when you go into a relationship, or especially a marriage, there has to be a built-in level of forgiveness on both sides. Because ain't nobody ever gonna meet the high-ass standard of being perfect. That's delusional. All you can do is try to work at, because being married is a lifelong process. It ain't, you married, boop, that's it. We all just good. Ain't nobody, he not going to fuck nobody else. She not going to fuck nobody else. We're not going to argue. We're not going to do that. Everything is good now. No, marriage is a continual lifelong process, meaning you still have to work at that shit daily.
Then you are saying that. That was wild. You didn't have to.
Like, you know, when we're out hanging out, I may have a friend who may meet someone and, you know, the other friend is going to be like, girl, you going home with him tonight type thing. So it's not unheard of. I just feel as though because society judges that as something that a woman shouldn't be doing, I mean, it's looked down upon. So that's why more women don't talk about it. Women are out there. They're doing it.
And that's a fact. Society looks down on it, but women still do it. Women still break the rules. Women are cheaters too. Men are cheaters, women are cheaters. We both do the same shit. Men and women lie. Men and women steal. What are we talking about? Well, and that's the crazy part, all the finger pointing. All the motherfucking finger pointing. When we nobody's perfect. That's the thing. Nobody's perfect. Unless you can say you perfect, then you shouldn't be pointing your finger.
She's right. Okay. Okay. Let's get one thing straight. What she just said was correct. There is women out there doing it, and let's just tell everybody we're.
Caressa, pardon me 1 second, please. I need to talk to Rebecca real quick. Yo, can you hear me?
I can hear you, man.
This not one of them days you can be diplomatic and tread lightly.
Okay. All right.
You already done asked your clarifying questions. It's time to tell her what you want to tell her.
Okay.
All right. Enough is enough. Just you bust out that shell tonight, you heard?
I'm going to try.
I love you, John. My bad, Caressa. Go ahead.
Go ahead. I didn't hear what you said, Caressa, so if you could repeat yourself.
No, I'm sorry. I lost my train of thought, but pretty much the point that I was trying to make is I really do feel so women enjoy sex the same way men enjoy sex. It's not a societal norm for us to brag about it, talk about it, but we enjoy it the same way.
But when you got Megan Thee Stallion, Sexy Red, and all these ladies rappers talking about how they get their back blown out, and their albums are selling, men and women are buying them. Cardi B did a whole movie, which did really good in the box office. What are we talking about? And I'm not saying that it's right for women to be out doing that. I'm not saying that. But what I am saying, it is what it is. And it's not like women are going to stop fucking. It's not like women are going to stop having sex with men, multiple men, or having rosters, and having sex to get their bills paid, or having sex to get their rent paid, or having sex just because they want to have sex. It's just, if a woman will get an abortion, she'll have sex. What you mean? She don't care. Women are going to continue, especially in 2026. Women are going to continue to do what they feel is best for themselves. And they don't give a fuck about what a nigga got to say. Slut shaming. That's these women. What you mean slut shaming? Megan Thee Stallion is worth like 10 million. And you know what I mean? And she just went, what the hell? Cassie just got on the stand trying to get a life sentence. And nobody's shaming her. Nobody said, I heard a word about Cassie, her mouth getting pissed in, and how she'd get ran through by all these sex workers. And nobody came out and said, you know what, Cassie, you're hot. Nobody said nothing about Cassie. Everybody talking about Diddy and what he did, but nobody's talking about what Cassie and 50 Cent baby mama was getting slutted out. Because why? Because slut shaming is going away, number one. Because the reason why slut shaming is going away, for one, women in support against men, they're no longer siding with men on things that men agree with, right? That's one. That's why women are champion other women who are slut shaming, are out here doing what they do with their box, because they say live your life, your freedom, because of feminism, right? That they fought for. So they're championing these women and saying, okay, that's why Megan Thee Stallion, Sexy Red, and all these, girls who are bragging about how these guys fucking them in their songs, women are saying, hey, speak your truth, girl, because feminism, women look at feminism as a right to have a voice. And if you want to brag about having sex with multiple men, other women say, cool. So women are not shaming women for being sluts no more. And men aren't doing it either, because they're scared that they shame these women, that all the other women will cut them off. We seen that on the dating show, the Pop the Balloons, where the guy came on and he said to one woman, excuse me, I think it was the plumber, he got into a woman, all the other women popped their balloons. If you shame one woman in front of multiple women, they will cut your ass off. You ain't get no coochie. So niggas is scared to come out and say, you's a hoe. The only way a dude gonna call a girl hoe nowadays, if he's mad at this girl, you a hoe, or in an argument. But ain't no man coming to the bar or no club talking about, hey, what y'all hoes doing? Them chicks will cut him off. He would not get none that night for sure. Unless he's joking, you know what I mean? Unless he's really good looking and he's joking.
Yeah. Just because we enjoy something doesn't mean that we should indulge in gluttony, basically, and be greedy and destroy ourselves in the process.
Yeah, because people enjoy Coke. They enjoy Coke, and people
that, because if you don't feel a way for the man, why are you having sex with him in the first place?
I would say physical attraction. I don't have to love you to sleep with you. I just have to be physically attracted to you, pretty much, is what the argument would be for that.
I guess I'll talk.
Yeah, I don't think that should be the only determining factor. I'm very steadfast on that. Is like, you don't, just because you're attracted to somebody, there's a lot of attractive people. Doesn't mean that I want to sleep with all of them or that I want to be with all of them. And I'm not saying that's what you're saying, but if you're saying physical attractiveness is all it takes, that's not much.
Right. But again, because we're talking specifically about having sex with somebody, in order to physically have sex with somebody, loving them is not a prerequisite to have sex.
But that goes.
Facts. Cook, Carissa. Cook. Cook, Carissa. Cook. Expose the sisterhood. And they trying to shut her up. Love is not a prerequisite to have sex. No motherfucking does. Just what we call post-nut clarity or post-sex clarity. Because let's be real. A woman can like you. I know. Because you got DJ Hamp up there, right? Y'all should, check her, right? Check her. Don't let her talk like this. Tell her it's wrong for women to do that, right? But DJ Champ married now, so he's doing that. But DJ Champ was he was having a bunch of women before he got married. Now he's all of a sudden this knight in shining armor to tell women, hey, tell other women that they shouldn't be having multiple sex and that they should only have sex with the men they love. Ain't nobody just have First of all, love takes time. Love you might not love somebody for first 90 days, a year even. Sometimes you can fall in love for 2 years after. But sex can happen. Sexual attraction is the number one thing that leads to sex, not love. Love is the glue to hold the relationship together, to continue after sex, to continue when you're spending all the time together, holding hands and stuff like that. That's where love comes in. But sex is something we both yearn for, and it doesn't necessarily have to be love behind it. Sexual attraction is, and then we get horny. Come on, we get horny. Well, and that's why I hate America, because nobody wants to say the truth. Everybody wants to make it. Well, you don't say the word sex. Don't say let's fuck. You know, we all in America, everybody wants to hear a fucking either a lie or some sort of illusion of why I'm here to see you. Right? Right? They don't want to come up. You don't come to people. People don't want to hear you come and say, hey, I just want to fuck you. No, they want you to ask them stupid ass questions. So how was your day? So what you like to do? What's your favorite color? Just to get to the main course. But that's changing because women are starting to sell themselves. So that's changing.
It goes back to like the show the other Tuesdays ago, whatever. It's 2025. Like in 2025, this is what people are doing. Like, you know, yes, we want to live the righteous way, and I'm all for it. But a lot of people just like to do sexual shit and just don't care about it. And that's
we just gotta say it, man. We gotta let the hoes hoe.
Yeah.
Right. Because at a point we can't save everybody. But I'm just gonna say it. Caressa, what you saying is whore behavior.
Yes.
2025, it justifies whore behavior, right?
But did you marry a virgin? That's the question. Who's marrying virgins out here? Who is marrying virgins out here? All these women hoeing. Even the woman you married, she was hoeing before she met you. Doesn't mean she's going to be hoeing after she marry you. But who are marrying virgins out here? If a woman come tell me she's a virgin, I ain't gonna believe her. I've been lying, bitch. She give me receipts. I need all the film and tape and camera from the time you was born to now of your, yeah. These women are out here slanging that thing like the Wild Wild West. What you mean let the hoes hose? Hoe is one or more body. If you got 3 or 4 different guys you fucking the fuck, then you're a hoe. It only takes multiple. That's all it means. But let's not, I don't want to too much get on that. Let's look at this. Let's just play this game. Follow me. Let's just say she only has been with one man before she met you. Right? That doesn't mean she's not going to leave you, nigga. That don't mean she's not going to cheat on you. That's not going to mean y'all going to be together forever. So what does it matter? But we do know and understand that the psychological warfare between men and women is the major number one reason why they can't work it out. That is the part. That is the part that has to be solved for. Not whether she's having sex with a whole bunch of men. Nobody marrying virgins, man. Those days are over.
Right, that's just what it is. And as long as y'all accept that, then we good to go. I don't want to hear nobody acting like they not that if they that. Just say that too, right, Saab? If you're going to say it's 2025, say that, listen, I'm going to be doing whore shit, or I'm going to be a whore in 2025 because it's socially more acceptable. And that's what I want to do. You got to say the whole sentence.
Okay.
So why is a woman considered a whore if she enjoys sex? Like I said, she doesn't, let's say she's not in love with she doesn't need to be in love with everybody that she has this physical thing with.
Well, that's enough. That's enough right there. You can stop right there. That's why you are one. You are one because of that.
And we men are delusional. We're delusional. Not my boo. And I'm willing to bet that this nigga came and showed the receipts for his woman. I want to have this. I just want to have a great debate. I want to get all these dudes on my panel and have the debate of what do you consider a hoe? What is considered a hoe, right? Is it multiple? She has sex with multiple men? So let's say she has 10 boyfriends. Is she a hoe? Or what if she had 20 boyfriends? Is she a hoe? What if she has 5 husbands? Is she a hoe? I mean, I'm help me out. A hoe is some dude. Once again, nobody's married virgins. So how do you know your girl ain't a hoe? You only taking her word for it. You're just, you're hoping, okay, I believe her. And this is how men get tricked all the time. Because they think her not being a hoe makes her a good wife. What makes a good wife, nigga, is not what she done in her sexual past. What makes her a wife is how she carries herself while she's with you and everything y'all have entailed and grew together with. That was make a good wife. Her performance with you. If she doesn't go out and have sex with a bunch of guys because she wants you to feel respected, if she's cooking and cleaning, if she's there for you and reciprocating and showing appreciation for what you're giving her, that's what is considered a good wife. Not her past. It's her time with you and forward. That's all that matters. That's all that matters. Because ain't no way you finna get with a woman. Unless you're married in politics, you're going to be the president of the United States or a senator. So the woman you meet, you're going to go back and you're going to have investigators investigate her past. Unless you're going to do that, be some sort of political figure, average man ain't going and doing digging on no woman's past. That woman sit in front of them, and a lot of these women make these guys wait. And soon all she had to do is make him wait a month. And then they get oh yeah, she's an angel. She ain't no hoe. She made me wait. Not knowing she could have been ran through in high school. You don't know. She could have ran through in college. We heard about the college dorms, them Alpha, Mega, whatever, them Sigma. We heard about them. You don't see, that's the thing. Women, you just don't know. You're taking a gamble. You're taking a risk anyway. Even if they're not a hoe, you're still taking a risk that she's going to leave you. Ain't no guarantees, homie. Probability versus probability. Okay. You're saying she's not a hoe. The probability is higher for you guys to make it. We'll see.
Or because they have contraceptives? You think that's what that means?
No, I'm not saying that, but I'm saying if someone chooses if they see someone that they feel as though they want to share a moment with, why is that frowned upon? Why is she automatically labeled a whore if she's doing something that, humanly, that's in our nature to have sex?
No, let's get one thing straight. Is it frowned upon?
no intention for you. You don't even know his middle or last name. That's just whore behavior. And if you continue to do that, you will be a whore in that instance. So if a man continues to have sex with multiple women with no intention, he's a whoremonger.
And that's basically what he's saying. He's saying if you have sex and you don't love them, you're a whore. That's what he's saying. And then I don't know, man. Hamp crazy, man. Hamp crazy. He's supposed to be an Israelite, a Hebrew Israelite, and he know in the Bible that Solomon had 400 wives. He know David had like 300 concubines. What's up, free speech? Welcome to the show. What did he say? Men are tired of being simps. Okay. I don't know about that. I have to agree with you, free speech. I think the growing sentiment, men are tired of being simps because they're not getting the reciprocation, right? They're not getting the return on their invested in simping. So I agree with you. That's men are slowly, but I don't know though. But there's But there's the problem is men, we're not a monolith, right? So there's a group of men who are, they think women are queens and it's all on the man. Most people blame the men for the women's behavior. That's the only thing, free speech, I'm a little kind of conflicted. I hear what you're saying, but there are too many men that are saying it's the man's fault. Man need to be better leaders. Man need to do this. Man don't need to do that. Man need to stop doing this. So as long as there's a large group of men saying that and doing that, they're going to still be simping, right? Because so this I'm have to disagree with you, free speech. In totality, I think men are the worship of women, men worshiping women, and the ground they work on is growing by a second. I think a lot of men are starting to worship women. They're like to give in, like my boy Taz, right? What's up, sugar bum? Don't you come in here with that shit this morning, sugar bum, blah, blah, blah. Men who love themselves, But the problem is a lot of men, free speech, welcome to the show once again, a lot of men worship women. Majority of men are starting to cave into the woman because most men feel like they need women. And this is why the women are winning in this gender war. Now, granted, a lot of men aren't marrying, they're not marrying women like they once did, but they're still dealing with women and they will continue to deal with women because most men feel they need women to be complete, which is a false narrative, but it's the way it is. Step aside, Santa Claus. ICE is coming to town, man. free speech crazy. Okay, so but again, too many men are worshiping women and worshiping the ground they walk on, right? Women are able to walk in these spaces and talk their shit. Now, Hamp, I don't think what he's doing is helping the community. I don't think what Hamp is doing is even good for the community. Talk about, men, if we have sex with multiple women, we're whoremongers. No, we're not. I don't agree with that. When Solomon had over 400 wives, 300 concubines. In the Bible, the kings had thousands of wives. What the hell? Thousands of concubines. Oh, sugar, we ain't crying about y'all. Y'all ain't nothing to cry over, sugar bum. Y'all ain't nothing to cry over. Ain't nobody shed no tears. Sugar bum, look, once again, I like that you guys are living in y'all truth. See, here it is, right? And this is the difference with Ruthless Truth. I understand women will always be imperfect, and they only going to be imperfect till they don't exist no more. Men ain't going to be perfect either. There is no righteous man or woman walking the face of this earth. There's period. Period. There are no righteous. What's up, Rapid Fitness? Welcome to the show, sir. There are no righteous women or men walking the face of this earth. They're not. Nobody's perfect. So if nobody's perfect, that means nobody's righteous. So what Hamp is trying to push the propaganda of women becoming good women, there's good women and there's bad. All women have something wrong with them. It's just who you love the most to deal with it. That's what it comes down to. You know, there is just a level of understanding. Men have to get out of this illusion that women are righteous. And that's what's killing the men. That's what's killing us. That's what's killing us. We think that women have potential to be righteous, and they don't. Women, they're not perfect. We're not perfect. That's just the way it is. But they're going to have to learn the hard way. The men are going to have to learn, if you're going to a long-term commitment with a woman, number one, we know that there's no guarantees, right? Everybody knows it's a gamble. That's the crazy part about it. They'll say, Rufus, there's good women out here, there's good men out here. But then when I say there's no guarantees, they say, right, Rufus, there's nothing guaranteed. Duh. So why are you talking about, well, if you do this, if you do that, you'll get the outcome? No, it's still, you do this, you do that, and hope you could get the outcome you want. Because the ultimate outcome you want for marriage is eternity or forever, whatever, right? Which is some, fairy tale shit. But a lot of people want that. A lot of people want to get married and live forever, right? With that certain person, right? This is it for me. This is my person. But the reality is there's no guarantees. There's no guarantees you're going to even live the duration of the relationship. So when you get with your person that you find that you really, really, really rock with, you got to take them as they is. You can't change people, and you can't sit here and think that, I need her to be this. No, you just get with the person you rock with. If you truly rock with her, you really want to be with her, you got to make that shit work as long as you can and enjoy it while it lasts, because she might leave you in any drop of a dime, or you might leave her. Most likely the women are leaving, though. 800,000 divorces a year. So once again, women are leaving. So when you get with a woman, love her, nigga, like you never loved before, because you don't know how long it's going to last. Just because you do everything right, don't guarantee you a lifelong. Because what happens? Men and women, we typically don't get along. We argue a lot, we fight a lot. So, and if you don't argue, if the men say, I'm not going to argue with my woman, then she says, you're not emotionally intelligent. Then she's going to say, you're a poor communicator. Right? Right? So, my ruthless tooth theory, this is my theory. If you meet the woman you rock with, that you want to gamble with, optimize it in a short-term version and enjoy it while you can. But always keep it back in your mind. There's no guarantees in this shit. Because a nigga can take your bitch. Or her feelings can change. Or you can meet another woman. Or your feelings can change. This is just a reality. All this forever shit, fairy tale shit. I'm starting to think. I used to think the women were watching that shit too much. Shit, I'm starting to think the men were watching Disneyland cartoons too much.
Same thing, right? You just got to say it, right? So, Caressa, it's better if you think that that's how women should move, just to say it.
And again,
You'll feel better about it.
Now, this is once again, DJ Hamp is imposing, right? He's imposing, or you just got to say it. Carissa's not saying this is what women should do. Carissa's saying this is the reality of how women are. And Hamp's in denial. DJ Hamp is in denial that all women are this way, that all women have a potential to be a hoe, that all women have sex without love, that women can have multiple partners and have no connection to them. Hamp is against that. He thinks when a women, what's up, King Spence? Women catch feelings easier than men. Okay, that might be so. I don't know though. I don't know, King Spence. I don't know. I see women leaving way more than men. I see women leaving way more than men. And so I don't know. That's a good question. Maybe I should do it today. So women catch feelings. Women catch feelings easier than men. I don't know about that. The only argument I have for you, King's Pigs, are prostitutes, right? They do exist, and they probably body counts of thousands, and they ain't catching feelings for all them customers. You better believe that, right? They got thousands. Their body counts 2,000, 3,000, right? So I'm not going to say women catch feelings easy. That's hard. That's hard to say. Perhaps, yeah, she could be, but being dick whipped and catching feelings are two different things, King's Picks. A woman can be dick whipped and not have feelings for you. She can just like the way you fuck her, right? Of course, she might prefer the way you fuck her better, but doesn't mean she's in love with you and has feelings for you and wants you to be her husband. She could women just want to use you for your performance. So yeah, once again, we got prostitutes on Fig, right? These prostitutes on Fig I'm sure they've been fucked really good by some of the customers, and they have no feelings for these guys. They don't care. So once again, right? Women are having multiple sexual partners, and they don't give a fuck about them niggas. So do women catch feelings? I think men be cuffing these hoes, man. So I don't know, man. I don't know, King's Picks. I don't know. I see a lot of men out here cuffing these hoes. Talking about she's different. I don't know. So, and once again, I see prostitutes, right? Prostitutes, what? Their bodies, come on, they exist. And they're not getting married, and they ain't trying to get married. They ain't chasing men chasing them, King's Picks. All they do is walk up and down the street with sexy clothes on. Niggas pull up, bam, bam, thank you, ma'am. They don't give a fuck. They always ain't chasing him. Hey, why are you leaving? No. Now, can she fall for one guy out of all the customers? Perhaps. I've never had a fling with a woman and her not be a child. Yeah, King's Picks, because you're talking about mixing a fling with a conversation. Like y'all was having conversations and you was placating to her. You know what I mean? You right. See, King's Pick, you seem like the type of guy who knows how to talk to women. So you know how to, but we're talking about prostitution where she get in the customer's car, he gives her money, and then she gives him sex. Boom. That's different, right? They're not having no conversation about the birds and the bees and all those shit. So I'm under the impression that if prostitutes can exist, that means women can have sex without feelings. Now, once again, King's Picks, when you said I've never had a fling with a woman and her not a fling. Do you know what a fling is, King Picks? It's a fling is almost like almost a mini short-term relationship, right? Very short-term. But you guys connected on different things. So more of a psychological and then the sex, right? But her being attached to you, King's Pick, you might have been delusional to think she loved you. She didn't love you, nigga. She just maybe liked your sexual performance. It's like a drug, right? Sex can be like a drug, nigga. Yeah, but it's still a form of a relationship, right? Prostitution, right? It's just a transaction. Boop. There's no talking about. So, what's your favorite color, right? A fling is usually conversation that transpires, and then you get to it. You ain't just a fling is something, and most flings happen with friends, ex-friend, girls you've been knowing for some years. Y'all were friends first, whatever. Those are mostly flings. But typically, when you talk about a fling, it's somebody you knew before you flinged with them. But a prostitute or a hoe or a whore, they can have sex with a bunch of men and not give a fuck about it. Women can detach from sex too. And don't get it fucked up. If a woman can divorce you after 10 years, nigga, she can detach from you. If she can divorce you after 3 kids, 5 years, and say fuck you and turn the kids against you and say I hate you, and then have the kids call the stepdaddy daddy, nigga, she don't give a fuck about you. How? See? So there's your evidence right there, King Fix. Women are way more cruel. When the marriage is in or the relationship's in, women be dog walking. You bitch ass nigga, you hoe ass nigga, woo woo. And she'll look at all these women having babies that ain't even belong to you, nigga. You're not the father. Right? Women, in my opinion, are more savage than men in the relationship dynamic. Yeah, she let whole another nigga busting her, drop the whole load off in it while she said, I love you to your face. And then you kind of find out you've been raising the kid for 6 years, and you keep wondering why that kid don't look like me. Why he don't look like this? Blood test, DNA. You're not even the father. But it's too late. You're on the birth certificate, so you got to still pay for it. This shit happens all the time. Women are diabolical. Women will fuck you, right? And leave you like you don't exist. So I don't know, King's Picks. I think a woman is way more savage than you think. I think you're delusional, King's Pick, a little bit in a way where you was delusional about the attachment. You said I had a fling and I haven't had a fling and a woman wasn't attached to me. So and here's where your delusion is. You think sex equals love, right? It doesn't. It doesn't. Just because she's attached to the way you fuck her, because maybe you fucked her good, right? Doesn't mean she's in love with you and that you heard everything and that she's going to die for you. You just might be a male stock for her. Women use men for sex too. Just like they use niggas for money, they use niggas for sex. Get out of your head, King's Pick. And this is what us men got to understand. We kind of get caught up in our ego, right? To think that, oh, I'm him because I fucked her and she was blowing my phone up. Okay, nigga, because she's addicted to your sex doesn't mean, right, that she's in love with you and cares about you. She just can love the way you fuck her. Yeah, when they used men for sex, it's only certain guys at a time. Sometimes they get. Sometimes they do. Sometimes they have multiple partners. As a guy, I could have sex with 100 women at a time and not get attached to one. So can prostitutes. Come on, King. So can prostitutes. Let me preface this again. Prostitutes do exist. They're having their body counts. They're having maybe 100 men every 2 days. They're probably getting fucked 50 times a night. You're projecting. Yes, they do. They enjoy getting fucked. The fuck? They're not crying and balling up. Now, mentally, they might think. The only thing I will say this: a woman would judge herself sometimes. Damn, I'm a hoe. She might do it for that might run through her mind like for 5, 10 minutes. She might even cry. Oh, I'm a hoe. I'm such a whore. Oh, what's wrong with me? And then wake up tomorrow like nothing happened. Get to it. Next. Women don't give a fuck. You see, and this is the thing, King Spit. This is the thing. We have to get out of this illusion. If these prostitutes are getting fucked at an astronomical rate, they're taking 40 to 50 dicks a night. And they're doing this shit for years, nigga. They're not doing it for a day, a week. They're doing this for years. From Fig to Beach, nigga. You think they're being tortured? You think that they're sitting there trying to commit suicide? No. They get into it. When a prostitute has sex with a man, she's not enjoying the pleasure. She's doing it for the money. She's getting both. She's getting both. She's getting both. A woman can enjoy sex and not have feelings, nigga. No, it's not. It's all the same. It's all the same. It's all the same. King's Pick. It's all the same. Sex is sex. Now, there are some people who like to have more sex than others. There are certain people who can, live without sex, but sex is sex. There's no difference. There's no difference. I don't know what you're trying to say. Well, it's different when no. Now, where the wind comes in for the husband and the relationship is the psychological connection. That's the winner. If you can psychologically impact that woman, then you can get it. But if you just listen, the guy who's fucking her good and the nigga who's fucking her mind, the guy who's fucking her mind has the keys to the car. Right? Mental always overrides physical. Yeah, you can. Sometimes, most times, if you're trying to turn a hoe into a housewife, you trying to turn a hoe into a housewife, sure, you want to talk to her. Yeah, sure, you want to talk to her. But I don't know, man. These women are divorcing pretty high. That doesn't work. These women are breaking up with men probably every 4 to 5 seconds. That doesn't work. So you're talking to her might get you with this one woman a year, 2 years, and she gonna leave you anyway. She's still gonna leave you, nigga. Women are still leaving niggas even after all that shit. So Ain't no guarantees. So yeah, you might have got the prostitute and told her what she wanted to hear, acquiesced to her, whatever it is you played to, and then she might, oh yeah, okay, and then in 2-3 years y'all break up. Or she divorced you in 5-6 years after 6 kids. Even the rich men with women with low body counts are getting divorced, nigga. Come on. Everybody's getting divorced. Everybody's getting left. No. Yeah, but you're not. You can the reinforce your superiority over her. No, that's not. That's just sex talk. Once she wakes up, feminism overrides you, nigga. You're not beating feminism, King's Picks. That's why you're not married. You're not beating feminism. And let me make this clear, King's Picks. Let me make this clear to you. She would never love you more than she loved herself. I don't give a fuck what you tell her. I don't care what kind of game you got. She would still love herself more than you. If a woman would throw away her family for her happiness, she would throw you away. It's nothing. And that's where men, I guess the illusion, women are savagely crushing men every day now. Why are you leaving me? I thought we was there. I paid the bills. I did this. I did it. I don't love you no more, nigga. Fuck you. Women are telling the men, I'm independent of you. I don't need a man. Women are saying to themselves, I can do this without you. I don't need you. So for you to think you're superior over a woman, or you think you got some sort of flex over a woman because you're sexing her good, and you're telling, nigga, that don't mean she ain't gonna switch up on you. Women are living in their truths, and the truth they're living in is, I can do better all by myself, or I can do this with or without a man. And if he does not listen to me and do it the way I think he should be treating me, then I will replace him. This is how women are moving out here. They don't worship men. They can be married to you and still be independent of you. And in some cases, they think they're superior to you. That's true. I mean, that's true. That's true. But the fact is, men think they need women. And this is where we're having these conversations on these panels and in this space. The men are saying, hey, we want you back. We want you feminine. We want you soft. We want you back with all these stipulations, though. And the women are saying, fuck you. We're not giving up our freedom. We're not giving up our autonomy. Right? You see what happened when the federal government prohibited abortion. They no longer support abortion. These women was going crazy. And in large, that's why a lot of women didn't want Trump in office, because of that right there. When he was in office, he said they no longer support, the federal government no longer supporting abortion. And the women hated Trump for that. But the white women hated immigrants more. And that's why Trump got elected. Men don't need women except to create babies. Women are an accessory. Facts. Facts. We don't need women. And this is what men need to start acting like, though. King's Picks. Good point. Let me highlight that again. We need to start acting like it, though. We're not acting like that. Men are in these spaces acting like they need women. They acted like they need these women. Oh, baby, please don't leave. Hey, man, they out here talking about we don't need you, whatever. Do what you do, boo. Nah, they acted like, oh, man, nuclear family. Oh, man. And this is where the women are and the men are disconnecting. Because the women are saying, fuck you, I don't need you. And men are telling women, you need us. But I guarantee this. If the women were to say, right now, to the men, okay, baby, boo-boo, we'll go back to the house, we'll stop twerking, and we'll be the woman you need us to be, niggas would take that, niggas would come to the table so fast, you best believe men would take that deal right motherfucking now.
That's the first thing about AA, right?
All women.
No. But I'm saying, but then take this walk with me. The first rule of AA is to admit it.
That is true.
Y'all got to stop acting like it ain't what it is. That's all I'm saying.
And no, I think
if you that, say that, and we can move on. Okay?
I honestly feel as though there definitely is that double standard when it comes to sex. And to be honest,
no one cares. No one cares. This double standard conversation just needs to go ahead and just kick the bucket. No, once you be honest about
it, but women are out here having sex just as much as men are. It is what it is, and I'm keeping it real. I'm just being honest.
Yeah.
And I feel as though, like I said, if that's what they choose to do, that's what they choose to do. As long as they're being safe about it. I'm like, why should a woman be labeled just because she's enjoying herself the same way a male counterpart would enjoy himself as well?
I got a question.
And that's what feminism says, right? Women want to have the right to feel, they want to live their life the way they feel suitable to them. Whether they get judged or not, they don't care. Because their happiness reigns supreme. Right? And that's the way women are moving out here. That is the way women are moving out here. Women are saying to themselves, hey, I'm going to do what makes myself happy. And they don't care. They don't care about, oh, you a hoe, or you should be doing this. If that's the case, marriage counseling would work. Marriage counseling would work. And marriage counseling is so ineffective, it's not working because couples are still divorcing. Even after. Look at what happened to young Jeezy. They went to marriage counseling. And he still shot those papers. So the bottom line is, these women are going to do what they do. And ruthless truth, I don't care. It don't bother me. And that's what's crazy about ruthless. It doesn't bother me to see women doing what they're doing. It doesn't, because it doesn't affect me. I don't get moved by it. I'm like, oh, she's a hoe. She's like, oh, well, she living her life. I'm not going to sit here and tell her and shame her, use a hoe. That is not my duty. If I meet a woman that I rock with, that I really like, and I want to roll the dice with, I'm going to do it. And all you niggas is too. If you see a woman you really, really like, and y'all really, really hitting good, you're going to roll the dice, nigga. It ain't like you're going to say, no, let me do an investigation. So what's your body count? How many men have you slept with? How many parents do you have? Ain't nobody going to do no motherfucking prosecution or interrogation like that. Ain't niggas ain't interrogating women out here. Well, so who was your last 20 boyfriends? Or so what schools you go to? So I can find out, look up the records to see how many. But no, and none of y'all doing that. Number one, most of you don't care about a lot of women to do that. Number one, you're just there for your needs. Then two, if you like the woman, maybe a little more than the other women, you're not going to run her off. Especially with feminism. See, and this is where feminism is made men have to back down from these things, because women believe wholeheartedly in feminism. So if you question her about her past, it's really not, she's not obligated to tell you, nigga. She don't owe you nothing. We don't owe them nothing. They don't owe us nothing. We're here on good faith. I want to be with you. You want to be with me. And that's how the dating process starts. And I believe most of these women are going to, I believe like nearly all women are going to the grave with something. Dead ass. These women are going, a lot of these women are going to, I think all women are going to the grave with something. Just like all men are going to the grave with something. Everybody going to the grave with something. So for you to go in and have a relationship with a woman or start getting to know a woman and you're going to interrogate her, you're already in a deficit, nigga. Because she's going to lie to you. If she really just wants, if the sex is good and she just wants you to last with her, she's going to tell you what you want to hear. So what's the point of the interrogation? Do you know in an interrogation, when police are interrogating, 98% of the people lie in those interrogations? 98% of them are liars. That's why the interrogation be lasting 8 to 12 hours. Because they know it's hard to, so they come in again and ask you the same question over and over again because they know it's hard to believe a lie or tell a story about a lie. Because they want to see if you can keep up that lie. But most people in interrogation, they lie. So most women are not going to tell you the truth. Women are liars. Men are liars. We all going to lie about something. Let's keep it real. But can a woman have sex with multiple men and not have a connection? Yes. Prostitutes exist, nigga. Prostitutes exist. 2,000 by some of these prostitutes probably got 3,000 body count. Think they love all them niggas? You think they chasing down all them niggas? Hey, I missed you. No. It's like it never happened. So, of course, if a woman can divorce a man after 10 years and say, fuck him, after 3 kids, after all those memories, she definitely can sleep with multiple women and not give a fuck about all those men. So that is the fact. J-Lo ain't trying to get back with none of her ex-husbands. Fuck out of here.
Well, Saul was trying to say something too. Listen, we understand that y'all are behaving, right, in a way that is unbecoming, right? It makes you undesirable and it makes you defiled. But you want to accept that, right? I'm saying just finish the sentence. We understand it's been prostitutes since time immemorial. That ain't nothing new, right? But those women were labeled and slotted. We just saying make yourself known so the women that want to be wives, we can easily identify.
And once again, Hamp is delusional. Like niggas really, like they really gonna tell you, Hamp, hey, no, they don't owe. They're not gonna. Women feel they don't owe men explanations about their lives. They don't owe it to them to say, hey, I'm just a hoe. But there are women who are straight up strippers, prostitutes. They are that, hey, they're straight up what they is. And I will say this: women are speaking more to what they want these days more than ever. They are. We're finna hear a couple of them. Women are saying what they feel.
That's all I'm saying.
She wants.
Women are saying what they feel.
How you say? Like quail. What's the word I'm looking for? Like hard for her to
Satisfy
the appetite, right? That's what happens. There's residual effects to that type of activity, So when we sitting out here trying to act like we not, that there's not, that is hard for one person, one woman to how you say, like quail. What's the word I'm looking for? They got this money to get out, emergency funds. So what it happens is, so even like I'll take myself, right? So when I was a whoremonger, right? Now we get this appetite that is hard for one person, one woman to how you say, like quail. What's the word I'm looking for? Like hard for her to
satisfy
the appetite, right? You know, that's what happens. There's residual effects to that type of activity. So when we sitting out here trying to act like we not, that there's not.
I don't know what Hamp talking about. The fuck you talking about? If one woman can satisfy, if I maybe care about her more than others, then it doesn't matter. It ain't just about sex. Then, if I'm picking another woman over all these other women, can't no one woman. Let's be clear. If I'm going to be monogamous, let me be clear. I'm making a sacrifice. I'm sacrificing. Doesn't mean she would never. A lot of women understand. Just like when they talk about they don't give us the sex goes down when you get in marriages and stuff. One woman could never truly sexually satisfy me at every moment, right? But if I care about her and if I want her and I care about her feelings, I would sacrifice my desire to want to have different favorable women, right? I'll say, you know what? This chick means so much to me, right? That I'm going to sacrifice. Same thing with the women. It's the same thing. Even though they may have multiple men in the past, but if she falls in love with you, and the moment she has the baby thought, she says, I love him so much, and I care about how he feels for me and all the things she's done for me, I'm not going to go out and fuck these guys. We're both sacrificing. Men are sacrificing. Women are sacrificing. But what happens, we get these relationships or marriages, there's a lot of what you call conflict, right? There's a lot of also what you call expectations. Not everybody's expecting. You expected not to go out here and fuck on all these women. You expected not to go out here and fuck on all these men, right? These expectations, which sets the relationship up for somebody's going to fall short, right? Because temptation is one of the most powerful things on this earth. It's very powerful. And this is why a lot of marriages and relationships are failing. Because women, they don't want to be tied down to one man no more. They want to go out and experience the girls' trips. They want to go out and do things. That's why there's a lot of cheating going on, both men and women, because expectations aren't reality. Expectations are not the law of laws. It's just something you hope for. And it's something you put on somebody, you know. It's a lot of pressure. It's just like a basketball recruit coming in, drafted number one overall pick. So there's a lot of expectations that this athlete has to meet. But it's the same thing in relationships. So we as humans put all these expectations on each other and act angry or upset when one of us don't meet the expectations. Expectations are meant to be broken. Just like laws are meant to be broken. Rules are meant to be broken. Expectations are meant to be broken. That's why the wedding vows are written the way they were written. Right? Good times and bad times. Through sickness and health. for richer or poor, for better or for worse, because they understood that nobody's going to be perfect. Nobody's going to be able to exceed the expectations for a large amount of time. Not even the husband. Not even the wife. Neither one of you are going to make, the husband's not going to be able to be emotionally intelligent in every motherfucking situation. Now he might not go out and cheat. Right? But doesn't mean he's going to be able to meet your psychological expectations. The sex is not going to be the same level. Right? The sex is going to drop off tremendously. Because niggas working more hours, trying to make sure the lights stay on, trying to make sure the rent is paid. When you met him, he was only making so much money. And then he got a promotion. Now he's making more money. Now he got to work more hours. So that's less time with you. And then when he comes home, he's tired. So he ain't going to be able to fuck you all the time like you need to be fucked. So expectations is unrealistic. Yeah, in the first 90 days, the sex is going to be great. Maybe even in the first year. Maybe even in the first 2 years. But ultimately, sex falls off. Y'all going to argue sometime. Expectations is, to me, in my opinion, standards and expectations are made to just say, this is what I expect. But reality is, life happens. And anybody, and this is where a lot of people get hurt. This is where a lot of people get their hearts broke. This is where a lot of people get their egos crushed. When those expectations aren't met. And this is why a lot of men are getting left. Because it's impossible to make a woman happy. Her expectation is you to make her happy. We know that that's impossible to keep that up for a long period of time. So the key factor in us being, what you call it, in relationships, we have to understand when you put these expectations, hey, you my woman, I expect you not to go out and fuck no other man. I expect you to respect me, right? That's unrealistic. You only keeping your fingers crossed. You're hoping. This is why we understand that relationships is a gamble. You're gambling, nigga. It's because you expect something don't mean that expectation is a reality. Same with the women. They thinking a nigga gonna be emotionally intelligent every motherfucking situation, and we ain't. We're not therapists. But once again, each partner has an unrealistic expectation for the other partner, and then it becomes one big fiasco. A lot of arguing, a lot of complaining, a lot of, I don't want to be here no more. We grew apart. Because one thing about expectations, they are meant to be unrealistic. They're unrealistic expectations. And for you to expect somebody to be perfect for the next 50 years is unrealistic expectation. For you to expect somebody to never, you think the sex to be at the highest level for the next 20 years is unrealistic expectation. If you think a nigga to be rich in the six figures, is an unrealistic expectation. And this is where we fall short as humans. And then men, they have all these expectations for women to not be hoes. This is an unrealistic expectation.
We just being disingenuous. You know?
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead, Saw.
And no, I was actually, you took the first part of my little speech I was going to give. So yeah, I agree with the first part. But I don't think that it's like that they don't want to. I feel like some people honestly don't be knowing. So when you throw like these terms, the foul or like automatically sliding them as a hoe and stuff, it is like a shocker because it's like we're not used to having the Bible or like these, like I don't know. But it's just like once you hear it, it's like, okay, no, I don't understand it. But then when you actually break it down and then you see the reason why and then like, the definitions and shit, it's like, oh, okay, I get it. And you do want to change, but it's just like some people just don't know.
That don't mean nothing.
Once again, niggas have these unrealistic expectations. And women have unrealistic expectations. Us humans have unrealistic expectations for each other. A woman walk up, call you bitch ass nigga, slap you in your shit, and expect, and her unrealistic expectation is for you to walk away. Every time. Right? A woman expectation to meet a rich man, for the man she wants to, that one day going to be rich, is an unrealistic expectation. And this is what destroying relationships. This is why men and women, we're getting further and further away from each other. This is why we don't get along. Because men, we have an unrealistic expectation for women, and women have an unrealistic expectation for men. This is what this shit's all about. This is what this shit is all about. Women aren't meeting the expectations for wives and stuff. They're divorcing. They're leaving. They're complaining. And men, for the women, we're not meeting the expectations of, be emotionally intelligent. You work too much. You're not, you're not listening to me. We're actually self-sabotaging our own relationships. All relationships are ending through self-inflicted wounds. A large part of marriage failure is due to self-inflicted wounds, self-inflicted trauma, self-inflicted expectations, because we think we're delusional. We're delusional about the reality of fucking life, nigga. But then we want to come on here in spaces and name call people and point the finger. That shit ain't gonna get nothing solved, nigga. Hoes is gonna be hoes, right? And every nigga ain't gonna be rich. Simple. Simple.
I understand. But like it's easy to get trapped into this bullshit like the Matrix without really even knowing it. So if you really don't have like conscious people around, or
once upon a time not long ago, I was a
accept responsibility for your actions. You know the difference between right and wrong. You know if you see an attractive man that you want him and y'all link up, you cool with that. So you ain't got to try to talk about caught up in the Matrix and make excuses. It is what it is.
And I'm admitting it, I won't take it back. Cause I did this shit, I was a hoe. And I'm admitting it, I won't take it back. Cause I did this shit.
That used to be the vibe in the dollar party. But yeah, I don't know him. Like shit be happening.
That what he said was true. That like even when after I said what I just said, it was like, ayo, it doesn't matter if you didn't know, which is true. It doesn't matter if you didn't know. Majority of them, almost every one of them, they know not to do what you're saying. They know. The ones.
It doesn't matter. Well, thank y'all for coming. Hit the like button. Just know this, man. Ain't nobody perfect. There is no human on this earth It's not going to fuck up. You just got to understand that. And if you want to get a relationship, understand that there's no guarantees, no matter what. There are no guarantees. You're rolling the dice, nigga. You're just rolling the dice. That's all you're doing. There ain't no guarantees in this motherfucker. All you can do is try to do the best you can do and try to keep your end of this bargain. And hope the person that you live a lifelong with keep their end of the bargain. That's all you can do. But all this trying to control someone, all this trying to put all these unrealistic expectations on someone is, to me, a recipe for a disaster. Hit the like button on your way out the door. Thank you for coming. I'm out.